find your Ikigai and start living your life to the fullest and enjoy each and every day. Hi, and welcome to UQ. Today I will talk about the book Ikigai, the Japanese secret to a long and happy life. Most of us naturally want to live a long life as long as we can stay healthy and happy. The Japanese word Ikigai is roughly translated as reason for being. According to the Japanese, everyone has an Ikigai. Some find Ikigai at an early stage and others take longer to find it. It is considered to be one of the secrets to longevity of people who live on the island of Okinawa in southern Japan, along with their lifestyles and diet. The book not only talks about finding your Ikigai, but also covers a lot of different topics that will help you to live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. In this video, I'm going to explain what Ikigai is and why it is important. Then I'll talk about other points that I found that are most important to live a long and happy life, such as flow, diet, and resilience. And I will also attempt to add more scientific views on the topic as well. So first of all, what is Ikigai and why is it important? According to the book, Okinawan's secret to longevity boils down to Ikigai, which is translated to reason for being, or some might say raison d'etre. When you search for the word Ikigai, you will find a Venn diagram by Mark Wynn, which consists of what you love, what you are good at, and what the world needs, and what you can get paid for. Although this diagram might help you find your purpose in life, from my in-depth discussion with a Japanese native, it is not the underlying or real meaning of Ikigai. The book shows the diagram, but doesn't even talk about it. Ikigai doesn't have to be something that you are paid for, like a job, or it doesn't have to be something the world needs. The concept of Ikigai is closer to the purpose of life in logotherapy, which was advocated by Viktor Frankl, an Austrian neurologist and psychiatrist who wrote the book Man's Search for Meaning. Ikigai is something that gets you out of bed every morning. It is hidden deep inside of us, and discovering it requires patience. Dr. Frankl would ask his patients, "Why do you not commit suicide?" And in most cases, the patients would give him good reasons. This helped patients to consciously find reasons to live. Viktor Frankl quotes Nietzsche's words in his book that I mentioned previously, Man's Search for Meaning. He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how. If you find your purpose, then you can overcome challenges that life throws at you. So, Ikigai can be translated to the purpose of life, but it doesn't have to be a lofty and formidable goal to achieve. Rather, it is something that makes you live in the moment. It could be said that you are enjoying the journey rather than focusing your thoughts and mental energy on arriving at the destination. Ikigai keeps you young and healthy. Medical studies conducted on Okinawan centenarians found that they have very low rates of heart disease and dementia. To add more scientific evidence, recent studies found that those people who have found the purpose of life or meaning of life have less chronic inflammation, as measured by the C-reactive protein blood test, also known as CRP. In Japan, around the same time Viktor Frankl developed logotherapy, Shoma Morita developed Morita Therapy. He was a psychotherapist as well as a Zen Buddhist. Morita Therapy focuses on teaching patients to accept their emotions instead of changing them. Instead of trying to control our emotions, we need to take charge of our actions, and new emotions will be created as a result of our actions. If we have a clear purpose, we can always ask ourselves what action we should be taking. Once we find our Ikigai, or life's purpose, we just need to make sure to stay on the right track and keep going. Ikigai will help us live in the moment. One of the keys to a long and happy life is to achieve a state of flow regularly. This means the happiest people are not those who achieve the most, but those who spend more time in a state of flow. Flow, in this sense, is a term created by the psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. It means a state of enjoyment and concentration so deep it blocks out all other concerns or even perception of time. You may have experienced this state while doing something that you love, and you lose track of time completely. To achieve this state, you need to choose a difficult task, but not too difficult. If it's too easy, you will get bored quickly, but if it's too difficult, you will give up. So add something a little bit challenging. Concentrating on one thing at a time is important. Because of technology, we are suffering from an epidemic of multitasking. Studies found that multitasking could lower our productivity by at least 60% and our IQ by more than 15 points. According to Csikszentmihalyi, in order to focus on one task, we need to be in a distraction-free environment and to be in control over what we are doing. It sounds too obvious, but diet is also a key to longevity. Hari Hachibu is a traditional Japanese saying which means eat until you are 80% full. The idea is that you should stop eating when you are no longer feeling hungry instead of eating until you feel stuffed. Therefore, you should probably eat more slowly since there's a lag time of approximately 20 minutes between your stomach and your mouth. In the book Lifespan, Dr. David Sinclair explains how eating less calories contributes to longevity. I have summarised this book as well, so if you are interested, please also check that out. In southern Japan, the Okinawan diet is rich in tofu, sweet potatoes, fish and vegetables. Eating these healthy antioxidant-rich foods and eating until you're 80% full is the key to staying healthy. Resilience is another key ingredient to a long and happy life. Sadly, some people look older than they are. Chronic stress can lead to premature aging. In order to deal with stress and setbacks, we need to be resilient. But what exactly is resilience? According to the Oxford Dictionary, resilience is the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties, or the ability to spring back into shape, elasticity. Flexibility is the source of strength. To be resilient, we need to focus on things we can control and stop worrying about things that we can't control. In the words of the Serenity Prayer, God, give us the serenity to accept what cannot be changed, the courage to change what can be changed, and the wisdom to know the one from the other. Amen. And in the words of Epictetus the Stoic, it's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters. Regarding Stoicism, the central tenet is knowing what we can control and what we cannot, as we see in the Serenity Prayer. We might not be able to change or control a situation, but we can control our emotions. And in both Stoicism and Buddhism, although their philosophies are different from each other, the present is all that exists, and it is the only thing that we can control. We cannot change the past or control what happens in the future. So we need to focus on the present and appreciate things as they are now. The Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh said, "The only moment in which you can truly be alive is the present moment." Having this kind of perspective for life will give us more resilience, but we could also meditate and practice mindfulness. Meditation is one way to train our mental muscles and is often underestimated in just how powerful it really is to improve or optimize our mental state. To add a scientific view, the American Psychological Association also approves meditation as one of the scientifically proven ways to reduce stress. Meditation lowers our blood pressure, reduces stress hormones, and eliminates our negative thoughts. To be mindful and deal with stress, meditation is very effective. To summarize what we've learned today, the key to a long and happy life is 1. Having Ikigai, or life's purpose. 2. Spending more time in a state of flow. 3. Eating healthy, antioxidant-rich foods and not eating until you are full. And 4. Being resilient, focusing on what you can control, our emotions and the present. Be mindful. The book talks about a lot more things that I couldn't cover today, so if you're interested, I recommend that you read the book. In this channel UQ, I talk about the great books that could change your life for the better in terms of health, wealth, relationships and happiness in general. I'm also going to talk more about scientific and medical studies so we can improve ourselves based on proven knowledge. If you have watched this video thus far, it means you are motivated and you are already doing well. If you want to learn more to improve your life, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching.